All right, so I thought that the lines left from my paper template were a little bit too close to the center in the end, so I didn't like it. So I redrew new lines, and it took me about 30 minutes to figure out how to do it, but I finally figured it out. What I did is I took a tape measure and I measured 1/4 of an inch from this line, and then I made a whole bunch of dots because I know these two lines are pretty concentric and really curved, and they should more or less match each other in the end. Because how I did my template, they should have matched each other. This line right here is 3 inches from here, and then this one is 3 inches from here, and then I did the same thing on the bottom, 3 inches from right here, from the bottom of this thing, from this choil, I guess. Yeah, choil. And so that gives me room for it to taper down. I gave myself 3 inches for it to taper down, but I wanted it to be I wanted it to be congruent, and look good. I wanted to add a significant amount of space and width right here in the middle, and that's why from these points I did 1/4 of an inch, and then from here up, from these lines up, I tapered it down. I did measure, God, what would it be? I guess 3/16. I did these first two dots at 3/16, and then I went down to 1/8 and 1/8, and then 1/16. And I did it on this side. I've got these extra dots because I wanted to make sure they were in the same place so that it tapered the same. And so when I did it on this side, I took the speed square and I lined it up against the side, and I made marks where my dots were, and then when I got to it, I measured at those spots from here on this, above this line. I measured all these marks at the correct depths that I did on this side. And then I did the same thing on the bottom. I did this side first, and then I did this, and I've got a couple extra dots that I didn't like, but luckily I know which ones are the right ones, and I did it for the same thing over here. Yup. And that should give me the extra width, and it's just really giving me a kind of a place to start, more or less, as what this is doing. I might make it a little wider, I don't know, but this is just giving me more of a concentric curve to follow. So, yeah, I just wanted to explain a little bit of madness and ingenuity and time-consuming bullcrap that was. I've also already finished shaping the handle, so it's kind of nice and smooth. I am gonna put some wood slabs on that. Also, by the way, people, flap discs are expensive. Where a grinding disc is like $2 or $3, a flap disc is pretty much 10. I mean, dear Lord. But yeah, that's it for this one. Just wanted to share the the method behind the madness here.